2011, I was persuaded to send a photograph into a lookalike agency because everybody told me that I looked like Gary at the time. I could see a resemblance at the time, a little I guess, but I sent in a photograph to a lookalike agency, Fake Faces, and within a month of doing that I was on the TV with Gary doing a bit of a sketch on the X Factor. And then a couple of months after that, my current agent, Danny Lowry, got in touch with me and asked me if I sang, and I said I did, and he said, "Can you sing Gary Barlow and Take That?" And I said, "I have no idea, never done it before." In the early days, when I started doing the act, my agent said to me, trick to being a good tribute act is sort of 75% sounding like that person, 75% looking like that person, 75% having the mannerisms. And I guess I don't think I sound like Gary, but people tell me that I have a sound of Gary. I think there's a natural timbre in the voice, yeah, without being exact, but I don't think that matters too much. I think I sound enough like him to be able to justify it. I think I look enough like him to be able to justify it. And I watched all of his mannerisms and all the DVDs at Progress and the Circus and his solo shows, and I watched what he was doing, and you see all the tribute acts doing the same things, but I find it very natural to do, and I think it comes quite easily. And so I hope I only do it on the stage. And I think sometimes I have carried it off the stage, because every day is a Gary Barlow day in some respect. But I am me, and I hope I don't do stuff that is not me in my life. But I'm sure I do, but that sometimes happens. You know, sometimes happens, yeah. Well, everybody calls themselves the #1 tribute act to this or that or the other. It's a bit of an in-joke amongst tribute acts. But the way I've put myself forward for that is I'd let somebody challenge me on that. You know, if somebody wants to call themselves the #1, they've got to be able to justify why they are. And I'd just say, well, I've done some really decent things while I've been doing this, and you know, look, to be honest with you, there's no #1. You're just a tribute act, or you're not really. But I think everybody calls themselves the #1 in the. I was the #1 in the UK, according to me, and then I became the #1 in Europe, according to me. Then I've become the world's one, and I am going to do the solar system next on mine. But I'll let people challenge me on that. Who knows? I think a lot of them, most of them, all of them, came initially because they were coming to see a Gary Barlow tribute. And I think there is something we developed between myself and the people that follow me, the 8 people that follow me, and I think now they come because they want to see me do Gary, or me do my own stuff in time, hopefully, and so we've got a nice relationship. But I like to think that they come because it's Dan. I certainly like to see people I know at the gigs, and it's nice to see people coming back with the Dan Hadfield t-shirts and the hoodies. That makes me feel very humble and very strange. It's a feeling of meaning I can't take. I don't know what people say, but I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I don't know what people say. Before I became a tribute act, I didn't like tribute acts. Now I'm a tribute act, I still don't like tribute acts.
Why?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Because I guess I have the same feeling about tribute acts that people might have about me and doing my tribute act. The only thing I hope is that when they come and see my show and they come and see me do Gary, that they suddenly, or they like what they see. I wouldn't go out and be a tribute act to somebody other than Gary because I look like nobody else. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be a Freddie Mercury. I wouldn't put a little moustache on, shave my hair and go and sing Bohemian Rhapsody. That would be the most ridiculous thing ever, wouldn't it? Might do that next weekend though. Where do I want to go with this? The Gary Barlow show that I'm doing, it's been really successful and it continues to be. You judge that by your diary, I guess, and how many bookings you've got in the future. And I've got bookings that extend up to about 2019 at the moment. That's great, but I don't want to be creaking onto the stage, you know, looking ridiculous. I think it's 2016 now. I think that I may well do this for maybe another 2 or 3 years, and during that time develop my own music, which I'm in its infancy with. And if that's good enough to take out there and sing and perform, great. If it's not, well, I've tried doing it and we'll see what happens, but I don't want to be a tribute act forever.